Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rini. This is of course the Enchanted Planner and it is flip through time. So it's after the pens, my gang, after the pens. So we'll start in my classic catch-all, which is frankenplanned into three planners currently. It has my health planner in here, my day-to-day, and then my journals. So let's get this party started, shall we? So I get asked this all the time. These covers are from Live Love Posh. The printed dashboards I grab off of Etsy. These ones originally came from a Etsy shop called Irene Plans. She kind of disappeared at the beginning of the year after the war and conflict started in the Ukraine. So I'm not sure what happened there, but I have seen these dashboards sold by other sellers on Etsy. So if you just type in autumn dashboards, you'll probably find this one. If I can, I'll find a link and I'll drop one in the description. My tab dividers, the top and the side, are from Cloth and Paper. I will as well link them down below. This is my word of the year page, which we're doing not bad on. It's not perfect, but we're doing not bad. Then we're heading into my 22 in 2022, and there's a lot of things on this list I have not done. It's like I put it in my planner and I freaking forgot about it. So I'm looking at it going, how much can I get done in the last few months of the year? Because we are officially in November now. It's like, holy crap, it's going to be Christmas before we know it. All right, then we're heading into my goals pages. Yes, this is blank. Ask me why this is blank, because I actually haven't finished setting my bloody goals for quarter 4 yet. I know. I started, I've got most of it done, but I didn't get back to it because it's like every time I turn around, the world keeps throwing a lot of other things at me. So it's on the agenda this week to actually sit down and finish this and then get started. I mean, there's 8 weeks. I mean, it's not like we have to run on like, okay, the quarter ends December 31st. I mean, technically the quarter ends 31st of December, but I could do right into January if I'm so inclined because I control my own damn life. So there's that. Here's my quarter 3 goals, which you're going to notice a pattern here that actually even is picked up in this page, because this has been a really bloody bad year for goal setting, for staying on habits, for staying on schedules, for staying on routines. It's been just a wah, 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 like very anticlimactic. Like it's been so bad. So bad. I had out of the gate been fairly well on that one, and then I injured myself and my neck's constantly inflamed, and I need another appointment with my physiatrist, I think, is what I need to look at. Same with my quarter 2 goals. And the quarter 1 goals, I just did in Canva. So this was pretty boring. I quite like these better. All right, then we are into just some miscellaneous papers, apparently. And then we are into my year at a glance calendar, which I have a little cheat sheet here because I put everybody's birthdays on here and then I highlight on here if it's like a birthday or an event or what have you. A little cheat sheet. And now we're heading into my health planner. And again, these tab dividers came from Cloth and Paper. These dashboards came off of Etsy. I just thought this was super cute and very applicable for a health planner. All right, now we're into what started out as just being for the quarter, but I liked it so much I didn't want to destroy it. So I've just been sort of adding sticky notes to it. These have to change, obviously, because I haven't done my quarter 4 goals yet. And then we are into my fitness vision board for this year, which there is a video on my channel for this. There's a video on my channel for most of the stuff in this health planner. You'll find all of these under the DIY pages. But just a little bit of motivation. But again, I find I don't actually look at it that much. So I'm like, maybe the next one needs to be something that I actually like stick on my wall. But I'm pretty picky about what goes on my walls. But you know, it's that out of sight, out of mind thing, right? All right, and then we're moving into my measurements and milestones section, which I was going to redo all of this, just white this stuff out and re-month it, but I just didn't get to it. So Hopefully this quarter is better. If not, I'm aiming for a really awesome 2023. Let's just go with that. But I like these pages. I thought they were super cute. There isn't a video for these because I made this, I think I made these before I started this channel. All right, now we're actually heading into my health planner with an October currently page that is decorated but blank, and you're going to see why in a moment. Because now we're looking at my October monthly. And again, by about the middle of the month, I just threw in the towel. I'm like dealing with chronic neck inflammation. Now, part of it is the season change, and I had totally forgotten about that because of course it's been a year, but we go from warm and humid into cold and damp. And if you have any kind of arthritis or nerve issue, the weather is quite brutal on those things. So I didn't even think about that, which explains why, because it got cooler, but we didn't get any moisture, but it wasn't as humid anymore. And then we got slammed with rain this last week in October. Here's the first week in October. I actually quite like this spread. It was part of the Pinktober, but it was super cute. These came out of one of the Live Love Posh books. I use her books a lot in here specifically for the type of decorating I have to do, because I like to keep this section very, very functional. So I really only have to decorate down the border and sort of in this corner. Now let's have a look at a few things here. You can tell it's been a crappy month because you can tell by looking at what I've been eating. Like when I'm having quesadillas and popcorn, actually quesadillas aren't bad, but I had popcorn because I love popcorn. Best snack on the planet as far as I'm concerned. But there are some really rough, bloody weeks. Like I've skipped lunch a few times. There's days where I skipped breakfast and lunch. And this one, apparently I skipped breakfast or I forgot to write it in. That happens at times as well. This was Thanksgiving in Canada. So gosh knows what happened that day. It was probably a day filled with movies on the couch with my husband, which is not a bad thing. And then we're moving into the next week. I loved this week. This week was fun. Don't get me wrong. It was a great way to use up some of these stickers and scraps of these stickers, which was perfect. But I love the colors in this week. Not so sure about the washi, just gonna be honest. It would have been nicer had I been able to pull in sort of this russet color, or rust color, I guess, kind of. It's beautiful. I love this. Live, Love, Posh. Again, you cannot go wrong. And then we have the final week in this month, which we just finished. And again, what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? So we're going to pull these guys off of the discs. And I leave my currently pages in because I do like to have a look at them throughout the course of the month. Then we're going to put it back into its home planner. August, that would be September. Let's throw you back onto your discs where you belong. Move that one out of the way. And then we're going to come into my holding planner and we're going to grab the month of November. And we're going to get this all situated. And there's my month. And here is this week. So I need to pull this. Bring this through here. These things get so dirty. I do not understand how they get dirty. It's not like my planner leaves the house. But like I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, they pick up all kinds of dirt and stuff. It's terrible. Okay, now we're moving into my catch-all section. And again, this dashboard I made in Canva. When it was mostly made, I just changed the font and what it said here. So then we have some miscellaneous papers, my currently page from October, which this didn't get done, but I did kind of do those. This one did get done. All right, then we're going to move into my Halloween movie tracker, which I made a few weeks ago because I thought that would be fun. And it's all filled in with movies I didn't even have originally on my list. So can't go wrong there. And then we're going to move into my monthly for this planner. And I love this spread, and so did you guys. This was a very, very popular video, which is awesome. I love it when you guys love the content I create. There are videos that flop, and I'm telling you, there are videos that flop, but you guys definitely you definitely like the majority of them. So this is my monthly. I love black and white spreads. Then we have the first week in the month, which was my Dark Alice theme. And again, super fun. I love Chesh. Chesh and period I love, but like even Mallyumpkin with these are so great. And then we move into the next week, which I used Southern Farmhouse because this again was our Thanksgiving here in Canada. Then we have the third week. This is probably one of my favorite spreads from this month. I had so much fun, and especially when I had the realization that I'm like, oh my gosh, I can go and get the stick girls and put the stick girls on there because they'd be trick-or-treating. This was super, super cute. I think this is one of my favorite themes from this sticker book. And it's odd because I would never have thought I would like a pastel Halloween kind of, but I love it. Just love it. And then we have the week we just finished, which was my Wrong Halloween sticker book. This one was okay. I like it, but it was a bit of a struggle bus trying to get it to work. And I don't know why. Sometimes it happens that way. You're thinking, oh, I got this in the bag. And then you sit down to do it and no, you don't. So again, I'm going to leave the currently page in here, but I want all of this stuff. And I'm going to leave this one in here because this, of course, has my November currently on it. And then this goes back into its home. And this planner is getting rather chunky. All right, so let's get these guys all back onto the desks. Wow, almost the end of the year, gang. And we'll move that planner out of the way. And then we'll come over here to my holding planner. And we're going to grab the month of November and get it set up on the discs. Somebody got bent there a bit, but I do need to pull this out and throw this into here because this is the week we are working on. It's the 31st here. Oh, happy Halloween. Not that it'll be Halloween by the time you guys see this. Be much later than Halloween. Okay, so let's go into my journal section. Again, this is a dashboard that I bought off of Etsy. And then we have my monthly, because as most of you know, I use my horizontal as a tarot journal as I relearn the cards because it's been years since I actually worked with them consistently. I like this spread. I thought it was super cute. Simple too, right? Except for my little spider keeps wanting to pop up. Okay, first week. Not sure why I thought butterflies were a great idea, but I haven't used this book in a while, and I do that quite often, as you guys know. Like, I will go through my stash and look at books I haven't used in a while or I've never used and throw them on a list. And then as I'm going through my planner setup, I will assign each week sort of a book to work with so I don't have to think too much when the time comes. And most of the time it works out all right. And I really love this sticker book. The Papillon sticker book is probably one of my faves. It's just so pretty. And then we have my dread spread. This was my contribution for the challenge that Di from Creative Karma Designs and myself host every month. The theme for October was the dread spread. So I pulled out, because neither her or I drink coffee. So I thought, well, this is a great way to use up a lot of those coffee cups and pumpkin spice cups. And then we have Harvest or Fall Harvest. I keep wanting to call that book Harvest Fall, but Fall Harvest, beautiful book. Probably one of my favorites from this recent fall release. Love this sticker book. And then we have the week we're just finishing, which is my little ghosty pumpkins. who I thought were like super cute. I grabbed these out of Canva. There's downloads in most of these videos for freebies for you guys if you haven't grabbed them. But yeah, so that's the end of this planner. So let's go in and pull off the month of October. And let's throw this back into its home, which is right over here. It's funny because this planner is not getting nearly as chunky as my catch-all, which I find comical because I decorate them both every single week. But I think it's my catch-all houses more stuff in there. Okay, wow, we're almost at the end of the year. Crazy. And then let's go into my Holden planner. Minnie Mouse here, and let's grab the month of November. And let's get this onto the discs. And then I can move my page marker over because I already did my card draw this morning. There we go. Okay, so this planner is now all set up for the next month. And I'll just take you through the last little sections here. So this last section, I have kind of an inserts area. Again, a dashboard I grabbed off of Etsy. This is my reading tracker, who I have filled and have continued to work on. And we're so close to the end of the year, I just keep writing them on the back. So I know next year to plan for something different because I wasn't sure how much I was going to read, but I definitely managed to make it through that because I only have the opportunity really to read before I go to bed. So, okay, so this is my monthly tarot card spreads is what these are. Back in January, I had a reading done for myself by someone else that was a yearly forecast. So I just thought it would be fun to sort of do something with that each month. So my month of January was focused on my word for the year. And February, based on this card, was, supposed to be more about growth. And you'll see a pattern sort of going here. And it's funny because as I put these together and then I look through and I reflect them, I can kind of see the ebbs and flows of the story that these are telling. It's kind of funny. And I'm the one that picks these words, just whatever sort of my intuition says, hey, that's the right word. And then March. And you'll notice sometimes they're filled out, sometimes they're not. Again, it's really hard to stay consistent sometimes, I find. Like, it's terrible. And then we have April, which was more about reflection. Then we have May, which was about gratitude. And then we have June, which was about a shift, shifting the perceptions, shifting your perceptions and your perspectives on things is always an important thing to sort of take a look at. And then July was about realignment. And then August was about having some courage, because we can all benefit from a little bit more courage sometimes. And then September was about healing, which I think we're constantly in a situation where we're healing just day-to-day stuff. And then of course, this is my October card, which was about transformation. Did I make any grandiose transformations in October? No, but I did have some aha moments throughout the course of the month that put a few pieces of the puzzle together. So not a bad thing. And then November will go in here when I've completed it. And then we have my 2022 lunar phase tracker. And then we just have a bunch of miscellaneous stuff that, I had great plans at the beginning of the year to have a budget planner in here, but that didn't happen. Okay, so that takes care of my main catch-all planner. So now let's go and have a look at my dashboard. Now my dashboard planner currently already has the month of November in here because of course as a content creator, I have to plan ahead. So let's take a look, shall we? Again, the covers came from Live Love Posh. Dashboard came off of Etsy. This is just a quote from one of the planners that I use. It's the HB90 system, which I've also been really off track with too. Just a bunch of miscellaneous papers in the front here that I plan on kind of using sometime soon, maybe. Okay, then we're moving into my actual planner. So here is my October currently page. And I just track my stats and any memorable moments on this page in this planner, or sometimes I'll throw my goals in for the month on there. Like I use it for all kinds of different things. Then we have my October monthly. And as you can see, this is a planner. This is a monthly that I use very, very functionally. So adding decor into the main bulky area of the planner spread is very difficult. So I kind of stick to the edges and work with what I've got. I mean, I probably could have taken decor all the way across the top, but I wasn't feeling it that day, obviously. And then this is my first week in October, which was a Pinktober spread. And this came out of the Whimsical Fall book, I believe. And then this is my dashboard layouts for the week of Thanksgiving here in Canada. And I had a flippin' howl and a half when I saw these birds, especially the bird flipping you the bird. Like, oh, y'all been around here long enough. You know that I have a very, very twisted and sometimes dark sense of humor. But I think I'm pretty freaking funny. So we're just going to go with that, okay? And actually, you guys all think I'm pretty freaking funny too. So props to all of us. Okay, this is the next week. And yeah, I hadn't had an opportunity to use these at all last year because by the time I got this sticker book, Halloween was over by the time it arrived at my house. So I wanted the opportunity to have to use it, like to be able to use it at least once or twice this season because I really loved these last year. Loved them so much. But by the time I got mine, it was past Halloween. So then we have the week we are just finishing. And I like this spread. It was one of I can't remember who it was that said doing it in red would probably be really cool. And then I started filling it out in black one day and I went, damn it. So I just sort of left the bulk of what was the attention grabbing in red and then continued on with black with my day-to-day. But yeah, I had a fun time with these. I had a fun time with this spread. And actually we got to tick off a bunch of things here because these did actually get all done. Except for the flip through because I'm filming that today. Okay, so again, this page is going to stay in here, but we are going to grab the rest of this and put it back into its home, which is over here in this dashboard planner. Dashboard. Okay, so let's slip these guys onto the discs. Oh, come on. Wow, I still can't believe it's almost the end of the year. Very exciting though. It's like at the same time scary, but it's also very exciting. And that's pretty much it, you guys. And then we're moving into sort of my November kind of stuff and then like sort of just my ideas section stuff. There's really not a lot of exciting things in here. It's mostly just a bunch of paper. But that, my lovies, is it. That's all of my After the Pens for the month of October. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, consider subscribing while you're here and on your way out. If you're new to the channel, drop us a comment down below letting us know you're new so we can formally welcome you to our community. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I'll see you next time. Ciao!